भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिं भवतिर्नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 6, text number 24 and 25. The canto name is The Cosmic Manifestation and the chapter name is Purusha Shukta Confirmed. Please repeat the sloga behind me. Teṣu yajñasya paśavaḥ.
Teṣu yajñasya paśavaḥ.
Sa-vanaspatayaḥ kuśāḥ.
Savanaspatayaḥ kuśāḥ.
Idaṁ ca deva-yajanam.
Idam ca deva-yajanam.
Kālaś coru-guṇānvitaḥ.
Coru-guṇānvitaḥ.
Word by word meaning, please repeat behind me. Teṣu.
Teṣu.
In such sacrifices.
In such sacrifices.
Yajñasya.
Yajñasya.
Of the sacrificial performance.
Sacrificial performance.
Paśavaḥ.
Paśavaḥ.
The animals.
The animals.
Or the sacrificial ingredients.
Or the sacrificial ingredients.
Sa-vanaspatayaḥ.
Savanaspatayaḥ.
Along with flowers and leaves.
Flowers and leaves.
Kuśāḥ.
Kuśāḥ.
The straw.
The straw.
Idam.
Idam.
All these.
All these.
Cha.
Cha.
As also.
Also.
Deva-yajanam.
Deva-yajanam.
The sacrificial altar.
The sacrificial altar.
Kālaḥ.
Kālaḥ.
A suitable time.
A suitable time.
Cha.
Cha.
As also.
Also.
Kuru.
Kuru.
Great.
Great.
Guṇa-anvitaḥ.
Taha.
Qualified.
Qualified.
Translation and purport by Divine Sabha Charnavadesi Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Actually, in this only translation, there is no purport. For performance sacrificial ceremonies.
For performing sacrificial ceremonies.
One requires
sacrificial
ingredients. Such as flowers, leaves and straw. Along with the sacrificial altar. And a suitable time. Spring. We will read the next sloka also. Text number 25. Please repeat the sloka behind me. Vastuni odayah sneha.
Vastuni osadhaya sneha.
Rasaloga mrido jalam.
Rasaloga mrido jalam.
Roko janumsi samani.
Roko yajamsi samani.
Chaturhotram cha sattama.
Chaturhotram cha sattama.
Word by word meaning. Vastuni.
Vastuni.
Utensils.
Utensils.
Osadayah.
Osadayah.
Grains.
Grains.
Sneha.
Sneha.
Clarified butter.
Clarified butter.
Rasaloga mridaha.
Rasaloga mridaha.
Honey, gold and earth.
Honey, gold and earth.
Jalam.
Jalam.
Water.
Water.
Ruchaha.
Ruchaha.
The Rig Veda.
The Rig Veda.
Yajumsi.
Yajumsi.
The Yajur Veda.
The Yajur Veda.
Samani. The Sama Veda.
Sama Veda.
Chatuhotram.
Chaturhotram.
4 persons.
4 persons.
Conducting the performance.
Conducting the performance.
Cha.
Cha.
All these. Sattama. O most pious one.
Pious one.
Translation purport based in English. Charnavadesi Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Other requirements are utensils, grains, clarified butter, honey, gold, earth, water, the Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, and Sama Veda, and 4 priests to perform the sacrifice. Purport. To perform a sacrifice successfully, at least 4 expert priests are needed. One who can offer hota, one who can chant Udgata, one who can kindle the sacrificial fire without the aid of separate fire, Advaryu, and one who can supervise, Brahma. Such sacrifices were conducted from the birth of Brahma, the first living creature, and were carried to on till the region of Maharaja Yudhishthira. But such expert Brahmana priests are very rare in this age of corruption and quarrel, and therefore in the present age only the yajna of chanting the holy name of the Lord is recommended. The scriptures enjoin Harir Nama, Harir Nama, Harir Namaiva Kevalam, Kalau Nasti Eva, Nasti Eva, Nasti Eva Gatir Anyataha. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Sakshurunmulidamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami iti namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharani Nirvishesha Shunyavad Pasha Deshatarni Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Today, again, the continuation of the discussion between Brahmaji and Naradaji is happening. Brahma and Narada, they are discussing about the Virat Rupa of the Lord. Narada was asking the question and Brahma is giving the clarification, giving the answer. So, the last verse we discussed that Brahma was saying that when he born, that time there is no sacrificial ingredients were there. If you want to prepare a yajna, you require yajna kunda and the ingredients. What are the ingredients? Main ingredients, we need to put a ghee. That is main. So ghee is required and other ingredients are required. Flowers and fruits, grains, everything we will put in the yajna kunda. So all those things are required. But when Brahma was born, those were not there. So then that was that we discussed in the last week. So now Brahma is explaining that what are the things are required for the sacrificial fire, sacrificial yajna. So in the 2.6.24, he was saying that to perform a sacrificial ceremonies, one require sacrificial ingredients. Yeah, what are the ingredients required? Flowers are required, leaves are required, straw is required, along with the sacrificial altar and a suitable time. The spring season is required. And time also important. Because whenever there is a yajna is happening, it should be a proper time. It should be a because in winter we can winter season it will be too much cold, and in the summer it is too much heat, and in the rainy season too much of rain. So the suitable season is to do the yajna is the spring season. Yes, the spring season, we will get the flowers and leaves and straw also. Everything is, we will get, all the ingredients we will get properly. And also, it is suitable for us also to sit in the yajna and to do the yajna also. So that is the reason the spring season is suitable for the yajna. And also, here the straw is the kuśāḥ tree. Darba will get Dasa, Darba, kuśāḥ. Kuśāḥ means, there is a seat they will make. So in that, so the kuśāḥ tree, they will mention that kuśāḥ, these are the straws is required, flowers are required, leaves are required. So no, so these are the ingredients which are required for the. These are the ingredients for the sacrificial fire. But when Brahma born, these are all were not there because Brahma is the first living entity. He need to create all these flowers, leaves, straw, everything he has to create. So that's the reason it was not there. That was he was explaining. And next sloka, whatever he is, again he is saying that what is required. Other things are required. He is saying that utensils, grains, clarified butter, utensils, vessels we required, grains we required, clarified butter, ghee and honey, gold, water, earth, all these things are required. And also Vedas are required, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, all the Vedas they will recite. And to perform 4 priests are required. So these are the requirement for the yajna kunda to do the yajna. So when Brahma born, nobody is there. He was alone. He was alone. First living entity, he was alone. There is Lord and a Brahma. Only both are there. There is nobody is there. So these all the things are required like that. Brahma is explaining. And here in the purport, Prabhupada was explaining that what is the purpose of the four priests there? Here's one priest, what he will do? He will offer the ingredients in the yajna kunda. One priest, he will chant the mantras, the Vedas, he will chant. And one person, he will kindle the sacrificial fire. Because if you pour everything, the fire should not extinguished. So it should, there should be, there's going to be a smoke also. So what he will do, they will, this in Tamil, they will call aranikattai. So through that, they will pour a ghee also. With that, they will kindle the yajna kunda, so that the fire will everywhere it is spread properly. All the grains, all the whatever the ingredients we put in the fire, everything will burn properly. So one person will do that, and another person who is called Brahma, he will supervise what other things are happening there. So four priests are required for sacrificial fire, and also they should recite the Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda. So when Brahma born, that time Vedas also not there. Yes, Vedas only, it was with Lord only. So Lord gave the Vedas to Brahma, then Brahma bring that Vedas to the Parampara system. So initially there is no Vedas, the Vedas also not there. And also in the, if you see here, you can see they used to put gold also in the yajna kunda during that time. So now nobody's put gold. Maybe somebody may put, but it is not in the vast quantity, maybe less quantity. And also, it is said that in Mahabharata, when Yudhishthira did the yajna, that time, the Rajaswi yajna, that time, there are so much of gold they used there, and the priest who did the yajna, they were unable to take those gold. They left that as it is. Wherever they did the yajna, and they left the gold as it is. When we came to know about this, when the Yudhishthira, when they wanted to prepare for the war, that time they didn't have anything. So that time, there is the idea is given by the Lord that whatever you already, when you are doing the yajna, that time the gold, you gave the gold to the priest left as it is here and there. You can collect all those gold, then you can utilize that for your preparing the weapons and all the arrangements for the war. So that is the way. So they are the abundant of gold they used to use for the yajna, for charity, as well as to put in the yajna kunda also. So this is the way the yajna it used to happen. And it is mentioned that from the birth of Brahma, the yajna started, and till Maharaja Yudhishthira was born, Yudhishthira did the Rajaswi yajna. Till that time, the yajnas used to happen very properly with all the proper ingredients. But in the age of current Kali, there is no proper ingredients, and people also not stable-minded. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 1, text number 10, here is explained about the Kali Yuga people quality and how they will be. प्रायेण अल्पायुषः सद्य कलौ अस्मिन् युगे जनः मन्दसुमन्तमतयो मन्दभाग्या हि उपद्रुतः. So here it is mentioned, O land one, in this iron age of Kali, men almost always have but short lives. They are quarrelsome, lazy, misguided, unlucky, and above all, always disturbed. So here, see, before this Srimad Bhagavatam, they were discussing when the starting of Kali Yuga. So the starting of Kali Yuga itself, the sages who are in the name Sharanya, they come up with the idea how the Kali Yuga people will be. So because till Dwapara Yuga, the people used to live thousands of years, 1,000 years, at least minimum 1,000 years they used to live. Because from the uh, Mahabharata, we can understand that Bhishma, he lived more than 400 years. So we can understand that the people used to live 1,000 years in the Dwapara Yuga. But when it is entering the Kali Yuga, people age is also slowly it is reduced. When it's entered, the people age, it is come to near to, it was initially it was 200, 150, 100. Now it is 70 to 80. That is the average range, the people age. So this is Iron Age. This is called Iron Age. The Kali Yuga is called Iron Age. So the people are short lives. So always have so the short live, they used to short live, and also what they will do, they will always quarrelsome. They will argue for everything. They will become lazy. They will always lazy, and they are misguided. Why we are lazy? Because of all the invention. Because this is the Iron Age, the factory age. So we need new equipments we are invented. So mixer, grinder, and gas stove, electric stove, vehicles to go here and there. There are so many invention made. Because of that, our work become very, very easy, and our bodily work become very, very low now. Your bodily effort you need to put very low. So because of that, men become very lazy now. And also they are misguided. So the guiding also, current Yuga, you can see that there are misguided. There are so many misconceptions with the people, and they are misguided with many of the sadhus and in the name of sadhus and babas, they just wear the dress and they will say, okay, do this, karma will go off, do this. If you dip into this, then your problem will go off. If you give money, I will take away all your problems. They are misguided. And because of the poor people, they wanted to be happy. They want to relieve of all the problems. What they think? They are losing their money. So it is called misguided. So very, very, very few people who are giving the right direction as per the Vedas, as per the scriptures, very, very few organizations, bona fide parampara system who are following, only the bona fide sampradaya, they are giving the right direction to the people. All the other people are getting misguided only. And also they are unlucky. And also, here lastly, it is saying that always they are disturbed. So these are all the disturbed mind. Mind will be always disturbed. So next, what I need to do? I have the bodily problem. I have the money problem. I have the office problem. I have the children problem, health problem, nature problem. What I need to get a car. I need to get a house. Always their mind thinking about all those things. It is always disturbed. So that is the Kali Yuga people quality. So it is clearly they mentioned that time itself. 5,000 years back, since they pretend that people will be like this. They come up with uh, they are able to see the future. How would the future would be? Future will be like this. They will always call some lazy, misguided, unlucky, and mind will be always disturbed. So this is currently presently we are seeing. Practically we are seeing all over the places around us. Sometimes we are also having some of these qualities. So it is very, very difficult in this Kali Yuga to perform such sacrifices. We don't have any qualified Brahmana, and also Brahmana to do such yajna. Yes, Vedas and all nowadays, all the Brahmanas, the name of Brahmana who are taking birth in the Brahmana family, what they are doing, they are also writing the competition exams and all. They wanted to get into the government job, banking job. They want to be IAS officer, IPS officers. They wanted to become some government jobs so that they can become secure, and they want to go out of country to be in the IT industry. So they are also connected with the Shudra community. They also become Shudras. So the problem is now, who are all born in this material world, in the current situation, all are Shudras by birth. There is no Brahmana, there is no Vaishya, there is no Satriya. But based on their quality, we can develop that quality. One can become a Brahmana, one can become a Kshatriya, one can become a Vaishya, one can remain in Sudra only. So all these qualities whatever our qualities, we can develop that. That is the real Varnashrama Dharma. It is not like the caste-based system. The person who is born from the Brahmana family is always a Brahmana. It's not like that. Even though he is working in an IT company, we cannot call him as a Brahman. We can say that he came from the Brahmana family, or if his father or his grandfather worked as a Brahmanical activity. What is a Brahmana activity? They need to take care of, give the knowledge to the others, the Shastras and scriptural knowledge to others, and they need to do the yajñas, and they need to perform yajña, they need to do the Ajya Vigraha, Aradhana. These are the only activities they have to do. But if they are who are not doing all this activity, we cannot call them as a Brahmana. So we can call them as they are from the Brahmana family, or Brahmana's son, or a Brahmana's grandson, like that we need to call them. We cannot call them as a Brahmana. So this is the very clear. Our Acharyas, our previous Acharya, Bhakti Saraswati Thakur, he established that we cannot call a person who is still, since simply he born in the Brahmana family, we cannot call him as a Brahmana. How a High Court judge, if you want a High Court judge, you need to study all the laws, and you need to write an exam. Then you are qualified to become a High Court judge. And High Court decides his son, if born out of High Court judge, we cannot call his son as a High Court judge. Why we are not calling their son as a High Court judge? Because he has not gone through these examinations and study the laws and all. We cannot call him as a High Court judge. We may call him as a son of a High Court judge. The similar way, the Brahmanas, if you have the qualification, then only we can call him as a Brahmana. Simply wearing a thread and you are working in the IT company, or you are working in some other bank, some other government jobs, we cannot call them as a Brahmana. They are all Shudras only. So overall, in this Kali Yuga, there is no qualified Brahmana to know all the Vedas properly and recite the mantras properly. So in the previous yugas and all, to recite the mantra, they used to recite, and the sacrificial fire, they used to do the animal sacrifice. Currently, the animal, we discussed the last classes and all. Animal sacrifices is prohibited now. Why? Because in the earlier ages, during that previous yuga and all, the animal sacrifice they used to do, in the animal sacrifice, they used to cut and a cow, they used to cut the horses for the sacrificial fire. But what they will, because of their power of the mantra, they know the mantra, they will give the new life to those living entities. They will get the new body and new life. So that much powerful they have. So that much mantra, they are aware of that. In the current yuga, those mantras are null. Nobody aware that. Nobody have that much of purity to recite those mantras. So there is no Brahmanical culture. So there is the reason. There is no the ingredients, whatever we are putting, the grains, there is no pure grains. We are putting so much of fertilizers, everything we are putting, and we are made that as a fertilizer. There is no fertilizer free food in this material world now, grains in the material world. So that grain we cannot use. And also the clarified butter, clarified butter is like a ghee. You will call it as ghee. Pure ghee. We are saying so many advertisement we are seeing, this ghee, that ghee, so multiple brands are there in the shop. Those are all, we don't know whether they are coming from the cow or not. There are so many mixing is happening. They are adulteration. They are doing adulteration. They are adding the animal fat, everything in there, they are adding into that. So we cannot get the pure clarified butter for the yajna also. So that's the reason in the Kali Yuga, for the Kali Yuga, it is recommended that not to do the sacrificial fire. Kali Yuga Dharma is chanting the holy name of the Lord, which cannot be contaminated anytime. We are chanting the holy name of the Lord is the pure. The Lord's name is always pure. We may be contaminated, our mouth may be contaminated, but when we recite the mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, chanting the holy name of the Lord, it is purity. It will purify because Lord is always pure. Lord is called Nirmala. Nirmal means it is contaminated. Nirmal means in the Sanskrit it is without contaminations. Lord's name, it is that much pure. Anytime. That's the reason this Maha Mantra can be recite anytime, anywhere, or any places, any circumstances, you can recite the mantra. It is not necessary the particular, because all the other mantras, you need to be a qualified person to recite that. First, you need to be a Brahmana, then only you can recite the mantra. I'm talking about the other mantras, not the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. For the other mantras, you need to be a Brahmana, then only you can recite the mantra. Brahmanical qualification is required to recite the mantra, and you need to take bath, you need to sit in a particular direction, you need to wear a particular cloth. All those things it is matter for recite the other mantras. But for the Maha Mantra, anybody can, even a Shudra, even a dog eater who is the outcast of these four varnas, that person, even that person also recite that mantra. There is no restriction. Anybody and anytime. It is not necessary only because all the other sacrificial pies we saw that the time also one of the, but the previous verse we discussed that time also one of the thing to do the yajna. But for the Sangeet yajna, there is no time. 24/7, anytime, anywhere you can recite that mantra. So even you recite the mantra in the toilet and bathroom also, there is no contamination. There may be a contaminated places. This may be the contaminated places, but the mantra is pure. Mantra is pure, so you can recite any mantra. So one of the pastime of Mahaprabhu, that is the one of Mahaprabhu's disciple, whose name was Gopal Guru. He's a very small boy. One time he was walking on the fields. So one of Brahmana, one of the Vaisnava, what he was doing? He was doing that time, they used to go for there were nature calls, they used to go near to the the outskirt, near to the fields, like that he used to go. So he was doing that Brahmana, he was always, is that with the Vaishnava, he was always in the habit of chanting the holy name of the Lord. Always he was chanting, even though he tried to control, he unable to control himself. Always he was chanting the holy name of the Lord. So when he was doing the nature call, what he was doing, he hold his tongue because he was reciting the holy name of the Lord. So he was doing he's going for the nature call. So it is a contaminated. So then that place he was thinking that I should not do the chanting now. So since he's habituated to do, he was not able to stop his tongue. So he hold with one hand, he was holding his tongue and he was doing his nature call. So one of this Gopal Guru, the small boy, he was crossing and he was seeing that person, what he is doing, why he is holding this tongue. Then he asked, why you are holding this tongue? Then he's saying that I am habituated to do the reciting the mantras since I am going for the nature call. So this is contaminated. So I am holding this is not a place to do this. So I'm holding my tongue. So then the small boy told to him, okay, if the death came to you now, what will you do? Because our Shastras are saying, our Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying that at the time of death, who are remembering me, they will come back to me. So what will you do? If death comes to you, what will you do? That's what he asked. So then he realized that. Then he understood that. Then he discussed with his guru and he clarified that the Maha Mantra can be chanted at any time, anywhere, irrespective of our situation. We can chant the holy name of the Lord. Because death can come to us at any point of time. And also, Mahaprabhu also recommended in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is recommended. Mahaprabhu is saying, Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nama Iva Kevalam. Only Hari name, name of the Hari, name of Hari, name of Hari is the only thing. Kevalam, there is no other way. Kalo nasti eva, nasti eva, nasti eva, gatir anyata. So, there is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way to get it relief from this material world. So only the Harinam is the only thing. Hare Nama Iva Kevalam, Kalo Nasti Eva, Nasti Eva, Nasti Eva, Gatir Anyata. So there is, other than this Harinam, there is nothing is there to get out of this material world. So there is no other mean. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying. So why there are 3 times they are mentioned, Harir Nama Iva Kevalam. And here, and again, Kalo Nasti Eva, Nasti Eva, Nasti Eva Kevalam. Gatiranyata. So 3 times why it is stressing. Even one time it is enough, right? Hare Nama Iva Kevalam. Nasti Eva Gatiranyata. Only one time he used to tell. But why is stressing 3 times? Hare Nama Iva Kevalam. Kalo Nasti Eva Gatiranyata. Why it is 3 times he is recited? Because, so if you see in the court, the judge used to say, we used to see in the movies that with the hammer, he used to, the wooden hammer, he used to beat in the bench. What do you say? order. That also used to say 3 times. So if we say something 3 times, that means strictly that should be followed. That's the reason 3 times it is recited. So that's why here also Mahaprabhu is stressing that point. Harir Nama, Harir Nama, Harir Nama, Iva Kevalam Kalo, Nasti Eva, Nasti Eva, Nati Eva, Gadirineta. Here also 3 times. That means this is stressful. This is the, you must do this. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. So that is what, in order to mention that, in order to put it in our mind. So Mahaprabhu did 3 times reciting this. So that is the reason we have to understand that we have to recite the Kali Yuga Dharma is chanting the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So always we chant, while chanting, our heart will be purified and we will see the Lord, and we will get into the path of, we'll make the example is the lost connection between Lord and us. So this is the only way to connect with the Lord. The Lord know only this language. We can speak that also, Lord understand, but the love language is the love exchanges happen with the chanting the holy name of the Lord. So because if you wanted to connect a particular person, you cannot type any number. And if you type a particular phone number, then only you can connect a particular person. The similar way, if you wanted to reach Krishna, call Krishna, you need to use this number. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you chant, chanting is the dialing. If you dialing this, Lord will pick and the connection will establish between us and the God. So the Harinama Sankirtan is the Sankirtana Yajna is the Kaliva Yajna. We don't want to do other Yajna. Kaliva Yajna, Sankirtana Yajna. If you do the same result, whatever, if you do this millions of rupees you spend and the big Yajna, whatever the benefit you are getting, the same benefit you will get just doing the Harinama Yajna. Hare Krishna. Gandharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai.